Thank you for joining Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you enjoy this class. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hi everyone, it's Rashi from Stretch and Flow. Hope everyone's well. Blessings from the home studio, Studio 15 Gallery Place. I'm going to take you through a 30 to 40 minute very gentle flow. Good if you're feeling a little bit fatigued but you still want to just have that stretch of the whole body. And great if you're going through any healing, particularly emotional healing, is to be gentle and compassionate and kind to your body. So as we practice today, let my invitation be simply just to be gentle, kind and compassionate. So let's start in a seated posture. Shutting the eyes down if that feels comfortable for you. Maybe taking a gentle rock of the sit bones from side to side. And then just letting them land. Closing down the eyelids or just keeping the gaze down low. Let the shoulders just drop, almost like they're just widening. Just place the hands either on the lap or on the thighs, whatever feels nourishing for you. Let's just focus on the breath. Notice the inhale, subtle rising from the crown of the head. Exhale, a subtle dropping down. Try and keep that integrity in the spine, but let there be a softness in the front ribs. A gentle upliftment on the inhale. And a softening down on the exhale. Let your sit bones be your anchor. Just spend a few moments just in your breath. And often when we're going through healing, whether that be physical or emotional, it's so important just to up the self-care. Show a little compassion and kindness to yourself. Let's take 3 breaths together. So on the inhale, through the nose, letting go sigh out the mouth. A couple more like that, breathing in through the nose. Letting go sigh out the mouth. One more, inhaling in. And just letting the breath go. I know that it takes time to heal, but it also takes great courage. Don't underestimate that. If the eyes are shut, just gently opening them, just blinking a few times. Just noticing the pressure between the eyelids. And let your gaze rest on one spot. Bring the palms out to the side, let the fingertips just touch. And the breath in, we're just gently lifting the arms up, feeling that initial stretch. And on the breath out, peeling the arms out to the side, just letting the fingertips drop down. Remember gentleness, compassion and kindness as we practice. One more, breathing in, reaching all the way up. Feel the upper torso just lengthen. And as you exhale, reaching out first, feeling the stretch and then letting the fingertips touch. This time on the breath in, reach the arms up and let's turn the gaze up. Feel that stretch in the neck. And on the breath out, reaching out to the sides and coming down. Do one more like that, breathing in, perhaps growing a little taller, the gaze can go up. And then letting the breath exhale as you bring the arms down to your side. Breathe the arms all the way up, let the fingertips just interlace, pulling up from the waist. Take a big breath in as you reach up. As you breathe out, floating over to the right, bending the elbows over the crown of the head, feeling the stretch down the left side. Inhale to reach up again. As you exhale, over to the other side, feeling the stretch down the opposite side. One more on each side, breathing in to lengthen. And then letting the breath go as you take the stretch. One more. Inhale. pass behind. Inhale, the arms reach up, split the fingertips. As you exhale, left hand in front, right hand behind. Take a breath in to lengthen. As you breathe out, turn and gaze over that right shoulder. Soft jawline as you breathe in, lengthening through the crown of the head. And as you let the breath go, twisting over the right shoulder. Everything comes back round to centre. The arms reach up, perhaps adding a gentle back bend here. As you exhale, take the twist on the other side. Right hand in front, left hand behind. Lengthening first and then gazing over the left shoulder. Breathing in to lengthen and breathing out to twist. Bring everything back round to centre. Float the arms up. Take a big breath in. Let's open the shoulders. Peeling the shoulders back and opening the heart. Take a breath in, let the breath go. Inhale, you're reaching up, let the palms kiss at the top. As you exhale, opening the heart, peeling the shoulders back. Gaze can be up. One more. Breathing in to reach up. And then letting the breath go. Inhale, the arms reach all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, a swan dive down to your mat. Place the hands onto the mat, either rolling over the ankles or making your way onto all fours. Knees are hip width distance, palms are shoulder width distance. There's a softness in the shoulder. Let's just take some gentle organic movements, whether that be circles or rocks backwards and forwards. Notice that breath in and notice the breath out. Know that healing doesn't mean that the damage never existed. It simply means that the damage no longer controls our lives. Coming back to stillness. Micro bend the elbows. Take any pressure off the shoulders. Let's take some cat-cow curls to warm the spine up. On the breath in, the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And on the breath out, that rounding and arching. Let's do 3 more in your own breath, taking your time. Let your breath be your guide. Feeling the stretch as you move from one to the other. Breathing in and letting the breath go. One more. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Back to a neutral spine. Extend the right leg behind you. Take a big breath in. Equal weight in the palms. Engage the core. As you exhale, bring nose to knee. Round the back. Inhale, that right leg shoots back with control. As you exhale, nose to knee. One more. Inhaling in. Exhaling. Inhale, the right leg shoots back. Soften through the shoulders. Just drop the right toes on the mat. Keep the foot where it is. Imagine the fingertips pushing the mat forward and the toes pushing the mat back. Feel that stretch down the calf. Soften the jaw. Keep the breath flowing. One more breath. The right leg extends back behind you. Take a big breath in. This time bring the left arm for a balance. Keep that core engaged. Try not to dump the weight into the right wrist. Push the mat away with that right palm. One more breath here. And then keeping the right leg extended, just drop the left hand down. Bending the right knee. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, peeling the right hip open. So stacking it over the left. Again, keeping that equal weight in the palms, so we're not peeling the whole body, just opening the hip. One more breath here. Inhale, that right leg shoots back. As you exhale, just dropping that right knee back down onto the mat. Kick the toes in and walk the fingertips back towards the knees. On the breath in, reaching the arms all the way up, perhaps opening the heart by taking a back bend. On the breath out, pushing the body forwards as the arms reach back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale to reach all the way up and over. And as you exhale, pushing the body forward, the arms reach back. One more breath. Breathing in, reaching up and over. And then easing the breath out. Inhale, the arms reach all the way up. As you exhale, take a swan dive down to your mat. Let the fingertips land on the mat. And then creep them out into puppy pose. So to the edges of the mat, pushing the chest down, the hips up towards the ceiling. Gaze can be down at the mat, or if you're wanting that upper back stretch, turn the eye gaze to the front of the mat. Sometimes the only path away from our suffering is to embrace the suffering. Take a breath in, let the breath go, and then gently walking the hands back, coming back onto all fours. Soften through the shoulders. Take another cat-cow here. Inhaling in as the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And as you exhale, rounding and arching. Back to a neutral spine, flatten the feet off. Soften through the shoulders. On the inhale, the left leg extends behind you. Again, equal weight in the palms. Get steady by engaging the core. As you exhale, bringing nose to knee, rounding the back. Inhale, the left leg shoots back. Exhale, rounding down. One more with control. The left leg shoots back. And then rounding in. Shoot the left leg back, engage the core a little more, soften through the shoulders. When you're ready, the right arm comes forward. Keep the gaze low, there's no straining in the neck. Pushing the mat away with the left palm so you're not dumping into the wrist, really pulling the limbs away from each other. One more breath here. Keeping the left leg extended, dropping that right palm down. And then dropping the left toes down, just landing them where they are. Pushing out through the sole of that left foot, feeling the stretch down the left leg, the left calf. Know that often our wounds are the openings into the best and most beautiful part of us. It takes time to heal, but it also takes courage. One more breath in. And then extending the left leg back up. Take a breath in, keeping that equal weight in the palms, bending that left knee. This time stacking it over the right hip. Feeling the stretch here, peeling the hip open. Noticing any difference on this side. Left leg extends back behind you. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, everything lands down onto the mat. Digging the toes in again and walking the hands back. Focus your eye gaze on somewhere in front of you. Widen through the collarbones. On the breath in, reaching the arms all the way up. Interlacing the fingertips. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, take a stretch over to the right. Inhale, you're reaching up again. As you exhale, over to the other side. Keep pushing out through the soles of the feet. One more on each side. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to take the stretch. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, swan dive back down to your mat. Once the palms have landed, push into the toes and come up into downward facing dog. If that isn't of service to you, stay on all fours. If you're in downward facing dog, widening through the collarbones, pushing the upper body back towards the thighs, bending the knees as much as you need to. Noticing the breath in and noticing the breath out. Know that healing requires you to feel your emotions, not push them away, not resist them. Sometimes the only way to get through the pain is simply to go through the pain. One more breath here. When you're ready, on the inhale, the right leg extends all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, land it all the way through. Use your hands to help if you need to. Let's get stable in the base first. So angling the back foot, pressing into the foot, widening through the collarbones. Once you're stable, breathing the arms up for warrior one. Drop the shoulders. Remember gentleness, compassion and kindness. Right knee's in a lunge. That back leg is nice and switched on and strong. On the breath in, the front leg straightens, the arms reach up. On the breath out, peeling the shoulders back, opening the heart and lunging with that right knee. Breathing in, you flow up again. And breathing out, peeling the heart and shoulders open, the gaze can be up. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, ground with the feet. And exhale. 1 more. Breathing in. And letting the breath go. Inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, open the hips and the arms to warrior 2. Soften through the shoulders. Adjust the feet as you need to. Let your gaze be over that front middle finger to start with. Take a breath in, flat through the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, just landing the shoulders home. Bring the left arm, the back arm around the waist. Flick the front palm. On the breath in, reaching up and over and rocking onto that front heel as you straighten the front leg. And on the breath out, you're lunging and reaching forward, opening the hips. Breathing in, reaching up and over, you rock onto that front heel. And breathing out to lunge. 2 more like that. Inhaling, just with your breath. And exhaling. 1 more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Release that backhand, reach forward. Take a big breath in, reaching up and over. As you breathe out, bring your hands to your heart space. Empty the breath completely. Take another breath in, lengthen through the crown of the head. As you breathe out, take a twist over to the right. Keeping upright, you feel a fairly significant twist. If you want to go deeper, you lean forward. Hook left elbow over right thigh. And the right elbow can face up towards the ceiling. If you want, you can turn a gaze over that right shoulder or just keep the gaze neutral. Do what feels right for your body. Keep the jaw soft and the breath flowing. 1 more breath. Push down first and then use that energy to bring everything back to center, reaching the arms up and over. And as you exhale, come down and frame that front foot. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. And then drop the back knee down and flatten off the back foot. Press into the left hand. Just breathe the right arm up. The gaze can follow. As you exhale, a gentle tap down towards the mat as you lunge with that right knee. Inhale, you're reaching up. Exhale, tapping down. 1 more, breathing in to reach up. And breathing out, land the hand down and then swing it to the inner edge of that right foot. Either stay with the foot towards the centre of the mat or scoot it out to the right if you're wanting a little bit more in the hips, rocking onto the side of the foot or just making some gentle rotations with that right knee. Some of you may want to come down all the way onto your forearm or use your blocks or bolsters to assist. And just move in a way that's gentle, that's kind and that's compassionate for your body. Know that if we don't heal from our wounds, if we keep pushing them away, we repeat what we don't repair. Sometimes I know it's hard to turn the page when you know someone who won't be in the next chapter. But know that the story must go on. And perhaps the best is still yet to come. Make peace with your broken pieces. Rock onto the side of the foot if that feels good for you. Just opening up the hip just a little bit more. Just notice how you're feeling. Notice the inhale. And notice the exhale. Keep the gaze low so there's no straining in the neck. Taking 1 more breath here. If you're on your forearms coming back onto your palms, let's scoot the foot back to the centre of the mat. Framing that right foot with the palms, coming onto the ball of the back foot and lift the leg up and push out through the sole of the back foot. Feel the stretch down the whole of that back leg. Lunge forward with the right knee. Focus your gaze somewhere on the top of the mat. Take a breath in, let the breath go. Another inhale, and as you exhale, we're stepping forward to the front of the mat, feeling that stretch in the hip and just letting the body hang in ragdoll. Let the gaze be down low. Perhaps a gentle rock from side to side, bending the knees as much as you need to. Know that healing is not a linear process. It's not organised. It's not compartmentalised. Some days we're high, some days we're low. It comes in waves. Be compassionate as you heal. On the breath in, come into a halfway lift, a nice flat back. On the breath out, a forward fold as you empty the breath. On the inhale, let's sweep the arms all the way up to standing, reaching up nice and tall. On the breath out, bring hands to your heart space as you empty the breath. Inhale, the arms reach up and over, opening the heart again. And as you exhale, take a swan dive down to your mat, bend the knees if you need to. A halfway lift, the spine lengthens. A forward fold as you empty the breath. Inhale, strong arms, ground with the feet. Exhale to your heart space as you empty the breath. Inhaling, reaching up and over. And as you exhale down to your mat, empty the breath completely. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, placing the hands on the mat, stepping the right foot back, and then the left foot, either staying in full high plank. If you feel that's not for you, be compassionate and kind, drop the knees, or take a cat-cow curl. Tuck the elbows in towards the body, take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, no dumping in the back, using your core to come all the way down. Inhale, a little back bend, or if you're feeling warm, take up dog. As you exhale, drop the left hip down and take a twist and gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, coming back through to centre, another back bend. Exhale, drop the right hip as you gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, coming all the way back, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, coming all the way down again, a little push up. Inhale, push yourself up. Dig the toes in, come into downward facing dog or all fours if that's more nourishing for you. If you're on all fours, taking some cat-cow curl. In downward facing dog, widening through the collarbones, bending the knees, angling the sit bones up towards the ceiling. And just maybe bending one knee in, dropping the opposite heel. Push the upper body back towards the thighs. Soften the back of the neck, take any tension out through the crown of the head by perhaps shaking it yes, perhaps shaking it no. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. One more breath. When you're ready, inhale, the left leg shoots all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, landing it all the way through. Angle that back foot to give you stability. Widen through the collarbones and focus your gaze. Once you're ready, breathing the arms up. Warrior one. Lunging with that left knee. That back foot is nice and strong and switched on. On the breath in, the arms reach up. On the breath out, opening the heart, peeling the shoulders back, the gaze can go up. You're lunging with that left knee. Breathing in to reach all the way up. Breathing out, peeling the heart open. Two more. Inhaling in and letting the breath go. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, opening the hips and the arms to warrior two. Keep that back leg switched on. Make any adjustments in the feet and let the shoulders just drop. Soften. Ground with the feet. Bring the back hand around the waist, wrapping it behind, flipping that left palm open. On the breath in, we're reaching up and over, reversing. On the breath out, reaching forward and lunging with that left knee. Inhale, the left arm reaches up and over. You can rock onto that front heel. And on the exhale, reaching forward. Let's do 3 more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Let it just be a moving meditation. 2 more. Inhaling in, exhaling out. 1 more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Ground with the feet as you release the back hand and bring it forward. Reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, bringing the hands to your heart space. Soften through the shoulders. Lift up through the crown of the head on the inhale. As you exhale, twist over to the left, either keeping upright, maybe taking that lean forward. You might even want to pivot on the ball of the back foot. Hook right elbow over left thigh, left elbow up towards the ceiling. Gazing over the left shoulder, just keeping it neutral. If you're on the ball of the back foot, push a little harder to give you that stability. Soften the jaw. 1 more breath. And then push down first. Use that strength in your legs to reach all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, come down and frame that front foot. Pivot on the ball of the back foot if you haven't already. And then ease the back foot and the back knee down. Press into the right hand. Inhale, the left arm reaches up. Gaze can follow. Exhale, a little tap down. 2 more like that. Breathing in to reach up. Breathing out to tap down. Inhale to reach up. Then exhale, the left hand grounds down. When you're ready, swinging it to the inner edge of the left foot, either keeping the foot in the middle, or if you're wanting more in the hips, scooting the foot out to the side. And then taking those organic movements, staying on your palms, coming down onto your forearms. You decide what feels good for you, or using your props, rocking onto the side of that left foot. Try and keep the tension away from the neck and the shoulders. Keep the eye gaze low. Often through our healing, we try and maintain a sense of normality when we no longer really can. That's surviving, that's not healing. That's when we push away, pretending everything's normal, when really it isn't, and it's okay that it isn't. That's when we become aware. That's the first step in healing, and then we can take graceful action. Notice how this side of the body feels. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Know that without a doubt, every human being will go through his or her pain. My invitation is to heal because others need your wisdom that comes out of your pain. It's never wasted. 1 more breath here. When you're ready, if you're on your forearms, coming back onto your palms, scooting the left foot back to the centre of the mat so the palms are now framing it. Coming onto the ball of the back foot, lifting the leg up, pushing out through the ball of the back foot, lunging forward with the left knee. Feel that stretch first. Widen through the collarbones. Focus your gaze somewhere in front of you. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, stepping forward and then letting the body hang in ragdoll. Bending the knees as much as you need to. A gentle rock from side to side. Often we bloom from the wound from which we once bled. 1 more breath. Inhale, a halfway lift, a nice flat back. As you exhale, a forward fold as you empty the breath. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Interlacing the fingertips at the top. Pull up from the waist. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, take a stretch over to one side. Inhale, you're reaching all the way up again. Exhale, equal weight weight in the feet as you take the stretch to the other side. One more on each side. Breathing in to reach up and breathing out, taking the stretch. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, the arms reach up, make a prayer. As you exhale, come into seated chair. So knees pointing forward, tailbone heavy, length through the crown of the head. And there's a softness in the shoulders. Might just want to keep still. Just take a gentle rock from side to side, almost like you're just easing those hips open. One more breath here. Inhale, rising all the way up. Take a big breath in. Bring the arms over the head. Perhaps making an upside down prayer at the nape of the neck. And then bring the elbows wide. One more breath here. Inhale to reach all the way up. As you exhale, bending the knees forward, dropping the tailbone down, pushing the palms out to the side at shoulder height. Inhale, hinging with the hips, reaching with straight arms all the way. The fingertips land on the mat, go ahead, otherwise however low. Ground with the feet as the palms rise all the way up. You're following it with your eye gaze. And as you exhale, flipping the palms, using your own body resistance to come all the way down. Swing the arms behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades, strong arms, inhale. Reaching all the way up. As you exhale, bending the elbows, bending the knees, pushing the palms out to the side. Inhale, hinging from the hips, reaching forward, gathering all the way up, following your palms with your eye gaze. And on the exhale, bringing the hands all the way down by your side. On the breath in, shrug the shoulders up. On the breath out, just letting them drop. One more. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Sweep the arms all the way up. Let's wrap right arm onto left. Eagle arm. Palms can meet if that's too intense. Opposite palms to opposite shoulders. Bring the two big toes together. On the breath in, reach the arms up and over. On the breath out, squeezing the knees and the thighs, dropping the tailbone, like you're bringing elbows to knees. Inhale to reach up and over. Exhale, sinking down. Keep your mind focused. One more. Breathing in to reach up and over. And then letting the breath go. Inhale, the arms reach up, you lengthen, release the arms from the stretch, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, float them over to the right, moving seated chair. Inhale to reach up and over, you take a back bend. As you exhale, over to the other side. One more on each side, breathing in to reach up and over, and then letting the breath go. Inhale, reaching up and over as you exhale to the other side. Inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, eagle arms on the other side, left onto right, or do the opposite. Opposite palms to opposite shoulders. On the breath in, reaching up and over. On the breath out, with gentleness, coming all the way down to your degree, however deep or however gentle. Breathing in, use your leg strength and your core to come all the way up. And then letting the breath go. Let's do one more. Inhaling, reaching up and over. As you exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up. Release the arms from the stretch. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, a swan dive down to your mat. Bend the knees as you need to. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. A forward fold as you empty the breath. Inhale, strong arms all the way up. The palms meet at the top. As you exhale to your heart space as you empty the breath. Breathing in to reach up and over. And as you breathe out, down to your mat, empty the breath. A halfway lift and eyes flat back. As you exhale, the hands come onto the mat, the knees follow. Once you're there, take a cat-cow curl. The breath in, the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And as you breathe out, rounding and arching. Split the knees wide, bring the two big toes together. Just drop yourself into child's pose, head on the mat. Make a little fist or cushion with your palm. Reaching forward. Slow down your breath. Soften through the shoulder. And one more breath here. And then gently pressing into the palms, lifting the hips up, keeping the knees wide. Bring the palms a little wider too. Let's take a cat-cow curl with this posture. On the breath in, the belly drops down, the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And on the breath out, rounding and arching. Let's do one more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Back to a neutral spine, swinging the knees together, swinging the ankles out to your side. Come to the top of the mat. Bring the feet to the top of the mat, the knees are bent, interlacing the fingertips. On the breath in, lengthen through the spine, grow tall. On the breath out, engaging the core as the arms swing in front of you. Knees are pointing up and forward. Use your core to reach all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, perhaps coming down a little bit lower. One more. Inhale to reach all the way up. Exhale. Start to curl in, using your core, not your back. Breathing in, you're reaching all the way up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, split the fingers. We're coming down all the way. So the moment your core loses integrity and your back takes the strain, just drop down onto your mat. Let the spine land. Let the shoulders follow. Take a deep inhale. Let the breath go. Bring the knees in towards the chest. A gentle rock from side to side. Once you've taken another inhale and exhale, dropping the feet down, roughly hip width distance, knees pointing up. Let the shoulders and spine press into the mat. On the breath in, reach the arms back. Feel the stretch in the upper body. On the breath out, bring the hands down by your side, pressing into the palms and the feet as you lift the hips up for bridge pose, rolling onto the shoulders, engage the glutes. Knees are pointing up and forwards. One more breath as you exhale, coming all the way down with control. Let's do one more like that. When you're ready, breathing in, the arms reach up and over. And as you breathe out, sweeping them down by your side. Once they land, lift the hips up, rolling onto the shoulders, arching the back, engaging the glutes. A deep inhale, let the breath go. And then gently coming all the way back down again. Softening everything once it lands on the mat, soften the shoulders, let everything relax. Extend the left leg down onto the mat, bring the right knee in for a squeeze. Take a breath in, let the breath go. The right arm comes out to the side. Use that left palm to take a twist to the left, turning the chin to the right or keeping it neutral. Slow down your breath, slow down your mind. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath. Bringing that right knee back, lengthening the leg down, adjusting the hips if you need to, lifting them up. And then the left knee comes into your chest, squeezing it in. The left arm comes out to your side, take a twist over to the right. Gaze can be to the left or just keep it neutral. Facial features are soft. One more breath here. And then gently bringing that left knee back, extending the leg down, interlacing the fingertips, bringing the two big toes together, reaching back with the palms as you point the toes. A deep inhale in through the nose, a big letting go sigh out the mouth as you soften the body. One more, inhaling in to reach back, and then letting the breath go. Coming into the final posture of Shavasana, or taking any other poses you feel to take. So for now, just get comfortable on your mat. I'll play some music and I'll guide you when it's time to come back out. For now, just get comfortable. If the mind wanders, perhaps let your breath be your anchor. Stay here for as long as you like. If you want to stay longer, for those wanting to start to welcome themselves back into their day, just notice the sounds around you. You might hear the sound of my voice, but there might also be other layers of sounds. Just become aware of those sounds. Know that healing doesn't have to look magical or pretty. It really is. It is hard, exhausting and draining. Let yourself go through it. Don't try and paint it as anything other than what it is. Be there for yourself with no judgment whatsoever. Only kindness, compassion, grace and love. Take a deep inhale through the nose, a big letting go sigh out the mouth. Squeeze the knees in towards your chest. If you're finishing your practice now, and take a roll over to one side in a little fetal posture, whether that's your left or right side, whatever feels good. So we take a pause here, just let your mind still be present. Know that until you heal the wounds of the past, you are going to bleed. We can bandage the bleeding, sometimes with food, sometimes with alcohol, sometimes with drugs, sometimes with keeping busy, work. But eventually it will ooze through and stay in your life. We must find the strength to open the wounds. Perhaps to stick our hand inside, pull out the core of pain that's holding us in our past, the memories that have hurt us, and learn to make peace with them. As you take your next breath in and let it go, decide if you want to come up into a seated posture. If you do, just moving mindfully, letting the sit bones ground you, and then lifting the rest of the body up. If you're choosing to lie down, feel free just to stay there. Another breath in, let the breath go. Perhaps reaching up with the arms, taking a big stretch, keeping the eye gaze closed and the gaze within. As you exhale, bringing the hands to your heart space in prayer, a little nod towards your fingertips. Everything heals. Your body heals, your heart heals, your mind heals, your wounds will heal, your soul will repair itself. Your happiness is always going to come back, and know that tough times won't last. As we seal our practice, know that healing takes time, it takes practice, it takes love. So be gentle, be patient, be graceful, and show compassion to yourself whilst you heal. Namaste. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day wherever you are, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us for Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you've enjoyed the class. Please subscribe and make sure if you have any questions, please send an email, get in touch some way. Once again, thank you and have a great day.